If you are a visionary woman or a woman who is ambitious or know that God has called you, this video is for you. Like, I'm talking about women who have great destinies. You know that God's plan for you is really very big and is large. You know within yourself that you have received prophecies, word of knowledge, and even seen by yourself that God has called you to do great and mighty things. Please listen to me in this video because I have a very important information for you. Now, you have to understand that your approach to marriage is different from every other woman. You can't just marry blindly, because if you marry blindly, you're going to kill your destiny. You're going to destroy yourself, because when your destiny is killed, it is you being destroyed. You don't have a life outside of what God has called you to do. You don't have a life outside of your talents, your gift, your purpose in life. Like, you can't do without that. You have to understand that marriage is not just about bearing children and cooking in the kitchen, of which some men have that mentality that that is what marriage is all about. And if you have a great destiny or you have God's mandate in your life, which is so much, and you marry a man who just perceives marriage as you, the woman, cooking in the kitchen and bearing children, and if he sees all that as what marriage is all about, you are going to be frustrated in that marriage. So if you know that you have a big dream, you have a vision that is large, you have a mandate, you have discovered your talent, and you want to build, you know exactly what you are here for. You have to be careful the way you choose a spouse. You don't have to be in a hurry, no matter what. You shouldn't measure the time you marry based on your age. Rather, you're going to measure the time you marry based on your readiness, when you know you are prepared for it and when you have found the right person. Because you cannot trade what you are or who you are just because of culture and traditions of men, like what people think about marriage. So if God has called you to do something, or if you have discovered who you are and what you are, which is very powerful, first of all, you have to begin with yourself. Don't wait until you marry before you start investing in purpose or in whatever you are called to do. You have to begin first of all, because that is how it works. You don't go and marry and then begin, or you start, you want the man to now fit into you or understand your purpose and dreams. That you told him about who you are doesn't make any difference, because he's a human being. All I'm saying here is that you have to begin first. Begin with who you are. Begin with what you know how to do. Begin with what you are called to do, you are blessed to do. If you have not started yet, it will not be wise to marry. You have to begin first, because it is when you begin that you now know the kind of man that will fit into your life. So at this point, you are not just marrying to go and help his vision, or to, that's the mentality a lot of women have. Of course, there are purpose is just the way it is. There are some, things that there are some people that when God joins them together, they are doing one thing and all that. Sometimes it can be the woman that is taking the lead. In the case of Joyce Meyer, we can see that. And there are other women